allows him to read different receivers, and he just tells me all the time it's just a feel. It's just a feel and get more reps.
Is that hard when you just need more time and patience to get something like that down? Like, how does that change your approach?
Oh yeah, for sure. Cause in college, we played straight press man. And going into my second year, like I said, I know that's a room of improvement for me. So I'm just trying to pick his brain, pick the other corner's brain, and just when I get more reps, just practice more off man.
One of, like Levi was talking about yesterday, one of the best off coverage guys in the league. What was it like having Josh Norman in the room last year, and what were you guys able to learn from him?
I mean, Josh is a vet. Josh he taught us a lot. He taught us a lot on and off the field. Before the season started, we were able to connect with him. And get a big defensive group gathering. And this taught us a lot about how the NFL goes, and then when we're on the field, how aggressive he's been. Like I kind of took that from his game and applied it to my game.
Where do you draw your instincts from? Because it seems like you have natural instincts for the game. Like, have you always had that, or do you feel that's something you've kind of developed with time?
I feel like I've kind of always had that. I just kind of just like to attack. I've like always played with a little aggression. Always played with a little chip on my shoulder. So I feel like that helps me with my instincts.
With that in mind, how eager are you to? I mean, you have the acclimation period. You get your feet back under you. First couple of days of practice. But with your style of play, how eager are you to kind of put the pads on and get a little bit closer to real football?
Oh yeah, it's always fun to put the pads on. It's like that's kind of my strong suit in my game. Just being aggressive, tackling. So I take pride on that. So first day of pads, I'll be real excited to put it back on display.
You talked about like real football, getting back to it. This seems like the first real taste of Bills Mafia here at the stadium. Just your thoughts and your take on having that many fans just for a practice.
It's honestly crazy. Like yesterday when they told us there was gonna be 20,000, I'm like, for a practice? You know what I mean? So it's just crazy, and you feel the energy. Like even walking down the tunnel, people screaming my name. It's like I never really had that experience with Bills Mafia. So I'm just grateful to be a part of it.
Dave, what has been your impression of the defense in the first week of training camp?
We got after it a lot. We pride ourselves on takeaways, pride ourselves on discipline, and just doing our job. Not trying to do too much, not trying to do someone else's job. When you do your job, those plays come around.
What's the balance for you in a competition between making plays, standing out, trying to do what you can to supplant a long-time starter versus not trying to do too much and playing your game?
I think it's just being me, honestly. I can't get too caught up in what's going on here, what's going on there. If I'm myself and just making the plays that I'm supposed to make, good things will happen, and I'll be in that position.
Have you heard the support from Bills fans that really liked your game and what you did your rookie year and want to see more of you? Do you hear that?
Yeah, I mean, I try not to pay too much attention to it because I can't. I mean, I love like the support and everything, but at the end of the day, like they don't have a say so, in what goes on, what position I'm playing on the field. But I love it, I love the support, and I hope I can keep getting it from them.
You hit on that fan atmosphere already, but just hearing about it leading up to today, what was it more like finally seeing those people, and what surprised you?
Honestly, surprised me how many people like knew me. You know what I mean? Like typically fans don't know you without your helmet on, and I'm walking down with my helmet on, and as soon as I hit the tunnel, they're screaming like, dang, dang. I'm like, yeah, it's just a good feeling.
What was your summer like, the off-season in general? I saw some cool social media videos of some of your workouts. How did those come about, and what was the experience like?
So I've been training with a guy named Dwayne Brown. He has a business called 210. I've been training with him since like middle school. And every year I go back, around like the springtime and train with him before OTAs. Like it's a good like all around workout, conditioning, footwork, backpedaling. It gets you really in shape. And then when I came back from after OTAs, I kind of spent most of my time up here, just training, just working on like getting stronger, really. But before it was like conditioning piece, and then after it was like just the strength part of it.
Dane, it felt like during OTAs and minicamp that the defense made, and correct me if I'm wrong, but made a point to be uber energetic anytime y'all ran team drills. I'm wondering, is that true from your perspective, and has that carried over into training?
Yeah, it's definitely true. You know, I feel like the energy, everybody can feed off the energy, not just the defense, but the offense. You know, when we're energetic, we're making plays, that kind of drives them to be better, you know, make more plays. But we're going to try to continue that. You know, whenever we make plays, you know, it's a celebration or, you know, it's a galley. We rather to rally together, you know, just try to celebrate.
And just to follow up on that, was that something that maybe was missing last season, just without fans in the stands, with, you know, it just being so quiet in there? Did it ever feel like that energy was lacking at times?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when I was on the field, you kind of like didn't really feel the energy, you know, guys getting each other up. But you know, we all play well together. So when we're playing well together, like you can feel the energy. We're feeding off each other.
There's a lot of wide receivers on this team that get a lot of praise. Jaykumaro is someone that, you know, doesn't get as much face time. You go up against him a good amount. How would you describe his game and the challenges and things that he brings as a wide receiver?
Jaykumaro, he's like a all-around good receiver, you know, in every aspect, blocking, catching, you know, running after the catch. You know, it's just like, it's like he sneaks up on you, really. You know, you don't really, you know, see it like off the rip, but like when he's out there running, it's like, it's crazy, honestly. He can run, he can catch, he can do it all.
How does his size make it challenging for defenders to cover him?
His size, it's like deceiving. You know, his size, you don't think like bigger guys are fast, but he's really fast. You know, when he gets up on you quick when you're playing off, and when you're pressing, he can take that speed release and he's gone.